My name is Mr. Garcia, and the purpose of this video is to inform you of AP US History, and I am the AP US History teacher. And the things I'm going to say right now, it's not to try to discourage your son or daughter or even you from taking the class. Honestly, I'm trying to make you a better informed student so you can decide whether or not you want to take AP US History next year. The AP US History class is an incredibly challenging class. It's very time consuming, and honestly it is a college level class that I teach at a college level, and I teach it as if it's a college class. So let me explain what the class is about and my expectations. In my class, most of my grades are geared towards tests and essays, and essentially the reason for that is I'm trying to prepare my students to take the College Board tests in May. And I can't require that they take that test in May, but I highly encourage them to do so. In doing that, the test in May, it focuses around writing essays and taking multiple choice tests. And so in my class, about 45% of the grade will be based on essays, 45% of the grades are based on multiple choice tests. And if you had struggled on multiple choice tests or writing essays, then I highly encourage you to reconsider taking this class, because that's a huge portion of your grade, and I don't want you to take this because you've heard it's a fun class, you've heard that it's an enjoyable class, and then you get in here and you realize, oh, I have to write a lot of essays and take tests and they're very challenging, and then you struggle, and I don't want you to go down that road. So I want to try to impress upon you that college level class, we do write a lot, probably 3 essays a term, and it's a 3-term class. Multiple choice questions are very challenging. In addition to that, there are going to be reading quizzes. There are 42 chapters in the textbook that you're required to read, and we will read those over the three terms. Some of the positive aspects, I mean, obviously you're going to learn a great deal about US history in my class. It is a fun class, it's an enjoyable class, so you also will get that grade boost if you take the College Board test in May and you pass it with a score of 3, 4, or 5 out of 5, then I'll go back and change your grade to an A+ for all 3 terms. So that's a plus, one reason why you should take the class, aside from learning a great deal about history. But I highly encourage you, if you're thinking about taking my class, I recommend that you go and talk to a current junior or a senior, either of whom who've taken my class, and ask them, what do you think of the class? How hard was it for you? How much time and energy did you put into the class? Because the reality is this: most students who take my class, the average grade for every term is going to be a C. And so I know for most of you, you're used to getting A's and B's in your CP classes, but when students come in here, they're going to walk away with a C on average for each term they take my class, and that's before the College Board test. So I truly want you to consider, is an AP environment in my junior year the right class for me? Other things you should consider about the class is, because I teach it as a college class, I do not offer extra credit, I do not accept late work, and there is summer work involved in my class. So the summer work I will assign in May, and you'll obviously do that over the summer and turn it in the first day of school, regardless of what term you're assigned my class. So those are things to keep in mind when you consider whether or not you want to take my class.